have reached our last segment talking about be a smart trader in gold with Monex. We're going to have another review from Mr. Vicky Amarnani, market strategist from Monex Investindo Futures. Economic growth is also becoming the current issue topic. All the time we talk about to what extent actually economic growth could impact between the supply and the demand of a gold, either as the raw material or maybe as the investment here, Pak Vicky.
Well, I mean, the other point, what's happening is when there's slower economic growth, emerging currencies like the Indonesian rupiah, Indian rupees, Brazilian reals are all weakening. And I mean, I'm just getting to the gold correlation because of the currencies weakening, like even rupiah, now at 9,600. Over the last 1 year, it's been weakening from about 8,400 to 9,600. The Indian rupees has weakened from 42 to 55. So what happens when these currencies weaken? These currencies weaken and it becomes more expensive because the international gold price is in US dollars, right? So when these weaken and then the dollar strengthens, it becomes more expensive for them to buy gold. You know, like especially in India, Indonesia. So that affects the demand for jewelry. So that is actually a negative point because then the demand for jewelry would come down. But again, as I mentioned, central banks have increased their purchase compared to last year by over 100% from countries such as Russia, India, Mexico. They've been buying gold, and that is more significant than the jewelry demand. So that's been supporting it. But if, let's say, at a worst, the global economy goes under a crisis, maybe the question is what happens to gold. We can clearly see it from 2008, in September, 16th of September 2008, when Lehman Brothers fell. The impact of the last couple of months, over the 6 months after that, gold started shooting up. So people who are worried about slower economic growth, I would suggest every investor, maybe after this session, is basically to have at least some exposure to gold, either through physical gold, especially bar gold, not jewelry, or even online trading, because everybody needs some asset on gold for protection against inflation.
From Monex, do you see also feasible correlation when we're talking about the rally of the other commodities as well here in this country?
Well, the thing is, if we see other commodities, why I like gold compared to other commodities is because when there's a slowdown in economic growth, other commodities such as coal have dropped over 50%. Price of metals have dropped, and that's caused companies in the metal business, or in the metal industry, to actually face losses from profits. Whereas gold is, even though it's necessary for jewelry and for other industry products, it is not an essential product for the global economy per se. I mean, a lot of it is an investment, so that provides good support as well for it. So it is not, gold is not as harmed as other commodities when there's a slower economic growth, basically.
Okay, the main point of this discussion this evening with Monex is how to be a smart trader. From Monex, the approach from Monex, probably you can share with us what kind of strategies actually I can use if I want to be best or maybe smart trader in terms of buying the most trusted form of gold at the best prices and also in the safest and also easiest way. That's everybody's expectation.
Everybody's expectation, of course. I mean, initially I could also suggest that before you start trading gold, you actually prepare a journal, a diary, where you write down what prices you buy gold, what level have you entered, where's your profit, where's your loss, and you note down every transaction of yours. And what is important is that you note down your reason of entry. Because there are people who trade gold on technical analysis, on fundamental analysis, on news trading, on other patterns, candlestick patterns. So whatever your reason is, you prepare a journal diary where you write down all your transactions. And through that transaction, you can see where is your trading most efficient.
Right.
So like some clients actually trade with one particular strategy and they realize, look, this actually works when I buy gold, but every time I sell gold with a strategy, it doesn't work. So through that journal, they can basically improvise their trading, learn better strategies, and improve their trading continuously.
All right. Mr. Vicky Amarnani, thank you so much for sharing a lot of very precious tips and strategy.
My pleasure.
From market strategist Monex Investindo Futures. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. See you.
And that's a wrap up our talk show for this time. Hope to have you soon in the next Economic Buzz with other issue to bring up in the discussion. I'm Erwin Surya Brata, wishing you best luck in doing your business today. Let's talk about your business only on eBuzz.